Coming up on First at 4, it's Thanksgiving week, which also means one of the biggest shopping weekends of the year is upon us. Plus, the unrest in Iran is spilling onto the soccer field at the World Cup.
And it's been a long, cold weekend, but some nicer temperatures are on the way as we look ahead to the holiday weekend. Very latest ahead is Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, one of the biggest shopping weekends of the year will be here soon. Experts are predicting this shopping season will be busy for businesses across the Commonwealth. Steve McLean with the Kentucky Retail Federation says they are encouraging people to support local retailers.
We've had inflation and costs have gone up for them to continue doing business this year. But when you shop local, those dollars stay in the community. Those are dollars that are cycled through in various ways in the local community.
McLean says there are many ways for consumers in Kentucky to support local retailers while purchasing gifts and seasonal items. November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and doctors in Kentucky are reminding folks about the importance of screenings. The CDC reports people who smoke cigarettes are 15 to 30 times more likely to get lung cancer or die from lung cancer than people who do not smoke. Doctors say if you smoke, you should schedule a lung cancer screening.
If we find nodules or spots in the lung that are suspicious for lung cancer, that's where my role kicks into deciding a procedure for them.
The doctors say 20% of non-smokers will be diagnosed with lung cancer. The second leading cause of lung cancer other than smoking is radon exposure. Before you step into the kitchen to prepare a Thanksgiving meal for your friends and family, fire department officials are reminding everyone to be aware of the potential dangers that come with cooking. Public Information Officer with the Corbin Fire Department, Nathan Kirby, says you should never leave your home while food is in the oven or cooking on the stove, even if it's for a short amount of time. And if a grease fire starts while you're cooking, you should never put it out with water.
I recommend to people to get a bath towel or something, a larger bath towel. Keep that in the bottom of your kitchen cabinet. And if you do have flames in a frying pan, it's easier to just take that and just lay it on top and let that suffocate the fire.
Kirby also recommends that everyone keep a fire extinguisher in their kitchen in case of an emergency. We'll have more Thanksgiving cooking safety tips tonight at 6.
And things appropriately warming up as we head toward the holiday. Here's a look outside right now at several of our locations all throughout the mountains. We're keeping an eye on beautiful sunshine. London's at 51, Hazard's at 52, as is Pikeville at this hour, and all plenty of sunshine. That's where most of us are. Low to mid-50s out there. Warmest spots, Manchester and Harlan sitting at 55 apiece, and a little bit cooler into Wise, sitting at 46. It's all quiet on Pinpoint Doppler. Yes, it's in motion. And yes, I'm struggling to find any changes in the radar screen as well. So we're all quiet as we head through tonight. Mid-20s out there, though. We're not quite done with the cold nights yet. Clear and cold down into those mid-20s. Details, though, on when we start to warm back up as we head towards the holiday in a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thanks. The World Cup quickly turned political today with players and fans from Iran bringing protests to the field. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
The uprising in Iran spilled out at the World Cup in Qatar. Iranian soccer stars stood silently as their national anthem played, and many in the crowd booed.
The reaction from Iranian supporters to their own national anthem was telling.
Iranians used the World Cup to bring their anger to the world stage amid a violent government crackdown on protesters back home.
You cannot believe that the regime, they are killing kids, children in the high school, in the street.
Nationwide demonstrations erupted in Iran after a young woman held for not wearing her headscarf correctly died in police custody in September. Since then, human rights activists say security forces have killed more than 400 people and arrested thousands. Fans at Monday's match against England showed support, wearing the three demands of the protest: women, life, freedom. At a press conference Sunday, Iran's captain told reporters, "We have to accept the conditions in our country are not right. Our people are not happy. I hope conditions change." Soccer officials want players to focus on the sport, but for some, politics is making its way to the field. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
Well, human rights activists in Iran say more than 50 children have been in the crackdown across Iran, and we do want to let you know the USA was playing today against Wales. It ended up in a 1-1 draw. At least 30 people, or rather, Australian footballer Josh Cavallo says he has lost respect for FIFA. The announcement came after the football governing body ruled to not allow teams to wear the One Love anti-discrimination armband at the World Cup. Cavallo is the only openly gay top-flight male footballer in the world. He said on Instagram that FIFA has shown, quote, that football is not a place for everyone. At least 30 people were killed following a series of airstrikes carried out by the Turkish military in northern Syria yesterday. The U.S. allied Syria Democratic Force said in a statement. Among those killed were 15 of the Syrian regime forces and one SDF fighter. The SDF said they would retaliate, saying, quote, "These attacks will not remain unanswered, and we will respond effectively and efficiently at the right place and right time." At least 8 people are dead after a small plane crashed into a house in a residential area in Medellin, Colombia. Flames and a large plume of black smoke were seen coming from the crash site in several videos shared to social media. The Medellin mayor says the plane was a twin-engine Piper and had engine failure during takeoff. It was heading to Pizarro in the region of Chaco. A 5.6 magnitude earthquake killed at least 162 people and wounded hundreds in Indonesia's West Java province, with rescuers trying to reach survivors trapped under rubble as aftershocks hit. The epicenter was in a town about 45 miles southeast of the capital, Jakarta. More than 300 homes were damaged or destroyed. A government official from the town where the epicenter was says electricity was out in the area and disrupting communication efforts, while people in one area were unable to be evacuated because of a landslide blocking access. Coming up on First at 4, NASA's Orion capsule has slingshotted around the moon and is now heading into a distant lunar orbit.
Plus, continuing to watch the trend of warmer temperatures later this week. The latest on that Thanksgiving forecast is straight ahead.